Been around and competed against Mark for a lot of years. Coached against him at least 5 or 6 times in the national team when he was the Spanish national team, and obviously in the league. But you never really know these guys till you get them. So I think that you know, I knew he was a good passer. I didn't know maybe this good, right? Knew he was a really smart player and tough, but he's pretty high level there too. But I would probably say he's really accepted just a winner's role here. If that makes any sense. I mean, sometimes he doesn't even shoot or score or whatever, and it doesn't seem to affect the joy that he seems to have found playing for this team and the importance of that. And I think that is, it's priceless, really.
Address the evolution of Kyle Lowry from your perspective and where he is right now as a player.
Well, I think if we go back from finishing up my 6th year here, so when we first got here, he wasn't even really a full-time starter. So he, and really I thought his whole emergence into that role as a starter and really his arrival on the scene started after the Rudy Gay trade, and he needed to become you know, kind of our number 2 guy in the scoring department, and certainly our leader of the team and lead our locker room. You know, and then he's gone, you know, on a pretty heavy ascent on that. He started shooting the ball very well, which again rose his level of play. He started shooting the ball going both directions very well. Was another addition to his game. And now he's kind of again, what I keep saying, he's back to maybe his more natural instincts, which is to be the team leader and be tough as heck out there. And the scoring is a bonus, really. I mean, frosting on the cake, whatever, you know, because what he really needs to do is lay it on the line, which he does. That rubs off onto his teammates. He needs to command the ball and run the team. He needs to command the defense. And he does all that stuff. So again, it's similar to what I said to Mark. We got a guy who's out there playing very hard, very smart, and with the end goal in mind, which is to win.
Brett, I asked the same question for you first. What have you observed in the evolution of Kyle Lowry over the last since his time was gone?
I mean, I remember him back in Memphis. And you know, then you go to the Houston days and Toronto now and all that. From afar, I have always just been a fan of his toughness. And over time, like, you've seen the attention that he's given to his body, and you've seen his body transform over summers. And now he's at a stage when I look at him, you know, he's got that intellect, he's got that toughness, and he's got a fitness base that's elite. And I think it's maybe amongst all sorts of things, the thing for me that I respect the most. He transformed his body. And he's very, very good in a bunch of ways, but his physical qualities sure help, like the leadership and the skill package, get to a high level.
mindset you specifically brought into this game, in particular how you view things in the fourth quarter and what you were able to do the team in doing?
tell you the truth, I just happened to make a couple of shots. Everybody told me to come out aggressive. The shots that were there. I still think that I passed the ball when it was open. Maybe a little bit later, as some people may say. But all in all, man, we guarded. I think that's what it is.
Joe, over here, right? You guarded Siakam. That was a big change from last game. It kind of seems similar to when you guarded Giannis a little bit earlier this year. Did it kind of remind you of that?
Obviously, they're all long athletes. Can run the floor and push the ball in transition. He shoots a low percentage for anywhere on the top of the key. So the goal was to make him drive, make him go left, and they did a good job today.
For both of you guys, what does it say about this team? There's a lot been made of the struggles up here. It's a tough place to play. This is a very tough team. What does it say about this team for you guys to come in here, get a win, take away home court advantage?
And we just did our job. Everybody wants to paint the picture that we haven't won here in however many years. I'm just glad that we came out on top. We don't care how many games we've lost, nothing like that. But going home, we just need to do the same thing we did tonight. Obviously, they're going to make some adjustments, as will we probably. But as long as we get back, guard and rebound, don't turn the ball over, we'll be all right.
Joel, can you talk, Joel, about what this game was like physically going through this for you in particular? The pass you hit Jimmy with for the three, and then the layup that ultimately put the game away.
Man, if you had whatever the name is, if you had the shits before. If you've had it before, you would know how it feels. But these are my guys that want to show up every night, play hard, and tonight felt like that was a big game for us. After game one, we all felt like we had a chance. That after a few adjustments, we could get on top, and tonight we did that. But that's all that matters. The win is great, so now we got to go home and take our business.
Coach came in here and he said, this wasn't Jimmy Butler today, it was James Butler.
My name isn't James. Literally, it's Jimmy.
What do you think? We talked about it internally. What do you think he's seeing there that made him feel like it?
I don't know. I'm telling you, they put a lot of confidence in me before the game. I put in a lot of work last night as well as this morning. But all in all, man, it was a team effort. I always go back to defense. When we get stops, we're taking over to the open floor. Guys are making plays like Joe and Ben. Whenever we're playing like that, guarding like that, we're such a good team. We definitely have to continue to do it. And know that on any given night, it's going to be somebody's night. We have the group of guys that anybody can get hot. Anybody can put the ball in the basket and feed that high hand.
And speaking of gutting things out, when you talk about Joel Embiid's fortitude tonight, playing the number of minutes, the amount of minutes he did, and the effort that it took to stay with a guy like Siakam and help, and make a basket in the last minute that was the game.
I mean, when you go into our locker room before the game, and I see Joe, hooked up to an IV, and he's got a maybe it was a cell phone or a small iPad, like studying, and he's like looking at him, watching, different reads on a blocker, and he's got his arm out, and he's prideful. He wants to win. Like he's an incredible teammate. He has been with me the longest, and for him to come out and, we will see he was 2 for 7, which is definitely not Joel. But what I remember is late, about 2 minutes, they double teamed him, and he found the wherewithal to find, Jimmy Butler on the other side of the floor for a huge three. And then to your point, we're coming down the court, like, do I call a timeout or not? I have 2, and I didn't want to. Like, I felt like I knew I would end up drawing the same play that we could run in flow.
And so we stuck with it, and he ended up making that shot, and so full credit all over the place to Joel.
Hey, Coach Ryan McNeil, I was going to filter. When you guys had that 17-4 run early in the third quarter there, you guys were 4-7 from beyond the arc. How important are three-point shots and making them for getting Pascal and Kawhi, shutting those double teams on those two guys? So how big are three-point shots moving forward?
I mean, they're obviously big, and again, I thought we did create a lot of good ones. You know, I mean, I think there's always a couple there. You probably, after every game, you probably say maybe that one could have been a little higher quality, or maybe it was one more pass to the corner man, or maybe it was another paint touch or whatever. But again, you know, we got to, you know, make sure we're trying to attack them, right? I think we're doing a pretty good job of attacking them and getting downhill and getting it inside, and you know, they're again now they're sending a lot of bodies, but that's not, you know, we saw that in the first series, and then we just got to make the right reads out, and when you do, you know, you got to knock them down. That's can take them all day, but you got to make some.